Hello, good morning. Happy Friday. I'm here to do the Aardvark Book Club picks because they are up. I noticed on time, so that's super exciting. I have my morning coffee and I'm really excited to look because I was not spoiled. I didn't see anything. Let me post that I am going live. That way people know to look for it. Of course, balloons, let me put this in my Discord. Let's see. Wow, I cannot type today. It's one of those days. But, okay, so I'm officially here to go for the Aardvark picks. I do have a code with them. If you use my code that's in the description box, it gets you your first book for only $4 plus tax, but you do get free shipping. So I think that's pretty cool. I have no idea what to expect. Book of the Month had really strong picks yesterday, so I'm really hoping that Aardvark counters that. Don't mind me watching while driving to work. And good morning, Angel. Okay, I am so excited to see what they're going to offer. And today I'm going to do my best to make sure I'm sharing my screen at all times. Technically, right now I'm in a Scooter's coffee line. Don't freak out. Same Jordan. Hi. Okay, guys. We're going to make sure I'm sharing my screen. And Jesse's going to yell at me if I'm not. So let me put my phone over here. So if my phone starts blowing up, it means I'm not sharing my screen. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, look at me sharing my screen. Okay. We're going to tab over and see what they got. Okay. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay, we're going to go through it together. I have never heard of most of these. I've heard a couple, but like some of these I have not even heard of. But we'll start with Ali Hazelwood's Bride. A dangerous alliance between a vampire bride and an alpha werewolf becomes a love deep enough to sink your teeth into this new paranormal romance. Spice rating, 4 out of 5, explicit open door. I know people will appreciate that. I have heard very mixed things about this book. Not for me, but if you want a fantasy book that includes a dog, meaning they're probably the werewolf. Oh my goodness. Misery Lark is the only daughter of the most powerful vampire councilman in the Southwest, is an outcast again. Her days of living in anonymity among the humans are over. She has been called upon to uphold a historic peacekeeping alliance between the vampires and their mortal enemies, the Wares, and she sees little choice but to surrender herself to the exchange again. I think this was on a lot of people's most anticipated books. So I doubt that people are going to be picking this, but you never know. You never know. All right. We'll go with this one next. Debut novel and thriller that I haven't even heard about. So Everyone Who Can Forgive Me Is Dead by Jenny Hollander. What if everything you know about the worst night of your life turns out not to be true? Murder. That's the content warning, guys. 9 years ago, with the world's eyes on her, Charlie Colbert fled. The press and the police called Charlie a witness to the nightmarish events at her elite graduate school on Christmas Eve, events known to the public as Scarlet Christmas, though Charlie knows she was much more than that. Okay, interesting. So is it like a Christmas time thriller? If so, Jesse, put this on your radar for Sleep When I'm Dead. Let's see. Bride is a no from me, but I'm happy all the paranormal. Yes, exactly. Oh, was it? Well, here you go. I know. So especially with the little Christmas tie-in, it's probably only that little thing, but put it on your radar for Sleep When I'm Dead for December, in my opinion. Yeah, so interesting. I like the cover too. Now, Charlie has meticulously rebuilt her life. She's the editor in chief of a major magazine, engaged to the golden child of the publishing industry, and hell-bent on never ever letting her guard down again. But when a buzzy film made by one of Charlie's former classmates threatened to shatter everything she's worked for, Charlie realizes how much she's changed in 9 years. Now she's not going to let anything, not even the people she once loved most, get in her way. Also, the girl, the lady, the female lead being Charlie makes me happy because it's like, see, there are Charlie girls out there. Okay, let's see. Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen. Okay, I still am. Okay, good. Okay, Piglet. This cover is, I don't even know how I feel about this cover. It's literary fiction, contemporary fiction called Piglet. Okay, an elegant, razor-sharp debut about women's ambitions and appetites and the truth about having it all. Eating disorders. Okay, that's going to be a tough subject for people. Outside of the childhood nickname She Can't Shake, Piglet's rather pleased with how her life's turned out. An up-and-coming cookbook editor at a London publishing house, she's got lovely little friends and a handsome fiancé, Kit, whose rarefied family she actually most of the time likes, despite their upper class eccentricities. One of the many, many things Kit loves about Piglet is the delicious, unfathomable, elaborate meals she's always cooking. I'm going to skip this next paragraph. It says, a stylish, uncommonly clever novel about the things we want and the things we think we want. Piglet is both an examination on women's often complicated relationship with food and a celebration of the messes life sometimes makes for us. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, interesting. This cover reminds me of Saint X, and it's called Baby X. So, this one is a thriller, sci-fi, and early release. Baby X by 𝒂𝒏𝒌𝒔. When any biological matter can be used to create life, stolen celebrity DNA sells to the highest bidder or the craziest stalker in this propulsive thriller. Interesting. Domestic abuse, miscarriage, and kidnapping. In the near future United States, where advanced technology can create egg or sperm from any person's cells, celebrities face the alarming potential of meeting biological children they never conceived. Famous singer Trace Thorn is tired of being targeted by The Vault, a black market site devoted to selling DNA. Sick of paying ransom money for his own cell matter, he hires biosecurity guard Ember Ryan to ensure his biological safety. Brilliantly plotted and terrifyingly prescient, Baby X is an unpredictable and relentless speculative thriller perfect for fans of Blake Crouch and John Mars. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. All right. How are we feeling about that? Might have to get it. I know you were talking about everyone who can forgive me is dead. Wait, that's not the same author as I don't think so. Yeah, it looks exactly like that. You had me at thriller and sci-fi. Does sound interesting. It does. All right, let's see. Oh, I should probably take this comment off. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Is that better or is this better? This might be better. Not that one. This one? No. This one. Okay, maybe this is better. I don't know. Try not to cover up. Oh, and my battery's low. Let me plug up my laptop, guys, so we don't lose our connection. Okay, we're back in business. Okay. All right. Okay, here we are. Warm Hands of Ghosts by Catherine Arden. I love this cover, though. It's kind of giving me a little bit of London Seance Society, though, and I don't know if that's a good thing. Historical fiction, fantasy, magical realism. During the Great War, a combat nurse, I'm thinking of the women, searches for her brother, believed dead in the trenches despite eerie signs that suggest otherwise, in this haunting, beautiful historical novel with a speculative twist from the author of The Bear and the Nightingale. Interesting. World War I, death, violence, alcoholism. And it's January 1918. Laura Ivan was a revered field nurse until she was wounded and discharged from the medical corps, leaving behind a brother still fighting in Flanders. Now home in Halifax, Canada, Laura receives word of Freddie's death in combat along with his personal effects, but something doesn't make sense. Determined to uncover the truth, Laura returns to Belgium as a volunteer at a private hospital where she soon hears whispers about haunted trenches and strange hotelier whose wine gives soldiers the gift of oblivion. Could Freddie have escaped the battlefield only to fall prey to something or someone else? And then it goes to November 1917, like the year before. He awakened after an explosion to find himself trapped in an overturned pillbox with a wounded enemy soldier, a German by the name of Hans Winter. Against all odds, the two form an alliance and succeed in clawing their way out. Unable to bear the thought of returning to the killing fields, especially on opposite sides, they take refuge with a mysterious man who seems to have the power to make the hellscape of the trenches disappear. As shells rain down on Flanders and ghosts move among those yet living, Laura and Freddie's deepest traumas are reawakened. Now they must decide whether their world is worth salvaging or better left entirely behind. It's like Divine Rivals meets The Women. That's what it sounds like. I know. Yeah. Yes, exactly. But it sounds like, to me, because of the World War I setting in Divine Rivals, and it having like that, I don't know. It's like it's The Women meets Divine Rivals. Oh, that sounds interesting. Good morning, Brandon. Look at me sharing my screen, Brandon. Aren't you proud? Oh, you know what it is? I really, really think it is. Let me look that up. I'm pretty sure. Interesting. I'm like, if you're right. No, Bear and the Nightingale. It is. It is the same author. Interesting. So she has wrote like young or middle grade and adult before. Yeah, it's all the same author. Yep. Interesting. I didn't even, because they said The Bear and the Nightingale, so I was like, oh yeah. But my library hold for that Catherine Arnold book is coming in soon. Wow. Yeah. Interesting. I like how she does both. All right. Let's go back. Let me make sure I'm still sharing. Okay, I am. Okay, let me take a drink of mine. Okay, that's a little better. Wandering Stars. I've seen this. I feel like this is a highly anticipated book because I've seen it on like a lot of lists. Wandering Stars by Tommy Orange. Coming of age, historical fiction, literary fiction. The Pulitzer Prize finalist and author of the breakout bestseller There, Tommy Orange traces the legacies of the Sand Creek Massacre of 1864 and the Carlisle Indian Industrial School through 3 generations of a family in a story that is by turning shattered and wondrous. That is by turns. That's such a weird way to say that. Is by turns. Okay. I said it right. Wow. Okay. We have a lot of content warnings: addiction, mass shooting, U.S. indigenous residential schools, genocide, violence, death, self-harm, abandonment, mentions of rape off page. Sounds like this book is going to be a lot, but I know it's going to be highly anticipated. Colorado, 1864. Starr, a young survivor of the Sand Creek Massacre, is brought to the Fort Marion prison castle where he is forced to learn English and practice Christianity by Richard Henry Pratt, a prison guard who will go on to find the Carlisle Indian Industrial School, an institution dedicated to the eradication of Native history, culture, and identity. A generation later, Starr's son Charles is sent to the school where he is brutalized by the man who was once his father's jailer. Under Pratt's harsh treatment, Charles clings to moments he shares with a young fellow student, Opal Viola, as the two envision a future away from the violence that follows their bloodlines. In a novel that, okay, this is how it's, okay, let's see. Let's see. The ancestors' family readers fell in love with their warriors, drunks, outlaws, addicts, asking what it means to be the children and grandchildren of massacre. Wandering Stars is a novel about epignetic and generational trauma that has the force and vision of a modern epic, an exceptionally powerful new book. One of the most exciting writers at work today, and soaring confirmation of Tommy Orange's monumental gifts. That was a mouthful, y'all. I'm sorry. Sounds like it's going to be a very important read. Not something that I'm personally interested in, but I know a lot of people are going to want to tackle something like that. So those are all the picks. What are you guys thinking? I think the ones that I am the most interested in is Everyone Who Can Forgive Me Is Dead, Baby X, and Warm Hand Ghosts, surprisingly, because it's just reminding me a little bit of Divine Rivals and the women. Which one do I think has the best cover? I mean, the most striking cover, it's almost like a big Swiss cover, is Piglet. I feel like that cover, once you see it once, like you're gonna, like, I just feel like that cover is it's so unique. But I really do like the cover of Everyone Who Can Forgive Me Is Dead also. So, but yeah, that Piglet cover is the new Swiss. So let me know what you guys think. Is anybody picking anything? I mean, I will be, because like I said, I work with them on my podcast, and I share pictures on like Instagram and stuff, and I talk about all the picks in my podcast is like ads and stuff. So yeah, let's see. I have no idea what to pick. I'm somewhat interested in 3 or 4 of them. Yeah. I love that Aardvark is getting me to think about picking books I wasn't planning on reading but sound interesting. It's nice every once in a while to get major hyped books, but I like, yes, exactly. Exactly. I really do feel like they're like the hidden gem source, like they're the ones that like, you're like, I'm semi interested in this. And then you read it and it's like 5 stars and you're like, I need to put this on everybody's radar. So yeah, definitely picking Baby X. And maybe the Catherine Arden one and the other thriller one, the one that with the flowers on it. Well, awesome. I honestly am going to have to sit here and really focus and see what I want to get. I definitely did not decide. Let's see. Probably the 3 that I said. Everyone Who Can Forgive Me Is Dead, Baby X, and maybe Warm Hand Ghosts. Like, who knows? But I'm also kind of weirdly interested in Piglet. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'll think about it. And then you'll just have to stay tuned for my book hauls. But that's all for me. Everybody have a great Friday. I'm off to go read some graphic novels because it's Let's Get Graphic starting today. I am going to be doing reading sprints on my channel tonight starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're looking for some friends to read with, join me back here on my channel at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.